Hey everyone, welcome to Leaf Hunter Genealogy. I'm Eric Kraus, the host and resident genealogist. In this video, I'm just going to introduce the channel and talk about myself a little bit, introduce myself, who I am, what I'm about, and then I'm also going to kind of describe what I see this channel becoming or what it is initially. So stay tuned and we'll get right into it. So, as I mentioned, my name is Eric. I live in interior Alaska. We've been in Alaska since 2009, and we love it. I'm here as part of the military. Every day I get to see beautiful sights, moose almost on a daily basis. This is my family. These are some really old pictures. The one in the upper left is from 2010. The bottom one is 2008, and the one on the right I think is around 2016-ish. But yeah, I'm married. I have a stepdaughter. She's our oldest. She currently is 26 and lives here in Alaska. My oldest boy, he is 22 today, and then my two youngest boys are 20 and 17. The youngest is a senior in high school this year and will be graduating in the spring. As I mentioned, I'm in the military. I'm a helicopter pilot by trade. However, my current assignment is as a missile defense officer working at Fort Greely. But again, as a helicopter pilot, I got to see even more of the beautiful terrain and scenery of Alaska. I'm a big fan of the national parks. I've been to 65 of the over 400 national park sites across the United States and its territories. These are just a few, but I kind of have this ritual when I go. I take a picture next to the sign, I buy a little patch, and then I also buy a pin that goes on a large 6 foot by 4 foot map of the United States. And these are just some of the pins that I've got. My family history journey began with these two items given to me by my aunt way back when I was in my teens. So what is that, like 30 years ago? Obviously a very grainy photocopy of a photocopy of a photocopy of my great grandpa and grandmother Kraus, David and Catherine. You can't really see a whole lot from that. And then I also got this family crest from my aunt, obviously the Kraus name, and we are from Germany, apparently. However, this kind of sparked an interest. I went to Ricks College, now BYU, Idaho, starting in 1997. And I took some family history classes while I was there, and that just kind of sparked a lifelong interest. And so now I'm doing this more professionally. I haven't had any clients yet, or haven't done any client work yet, other than for classroom purposes. But like I said, this kind of started my path, and I found out that my grandfather, great-grandfather, and great-grandmother were not from Germany. They were, in fact, from Russia. Born in Russia. David Kraus and Catherine Kraus, or Catherine Graf Kraus. And so I found out that I'm initially from Russia. Or our family came from Russia before coming to the United States. I did serve a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Russia, in the Samara Saratov area. And while I was there, I realized and found out that there are actually communities of German people living in Russia. And there's this whole history to it, and I'm not going to go into it, but they live in Russia, they speak German, they are German people living within the confines or the boundaries of Russia, which I found rather interesting. And I didn't find this this declaration of intention or any of these documents until later, after I had already served in Russia. So I wasn't aware of this, but in this document here, Petition of Naturalization, it does mention where the last residence of David Krause was before he came to the United States, and it was Saratov, Russia, which is where I served almost 100 years after he lived there. So I thought that was really interesting, and of course, these are items that has just refueled and resparked interest in my own personal family history, let alone doing family history for others. We go back to this grainy photo. I was able to find the original, a digital copy of the original on Ancestry. And this was 20 some odd years after I had originally gotten the photocopy from my aunt. And not only did it have this picture, but it also had this picture, which is a few years later. Obviously, they have their firstborn, Irene Krause. She is my great aunt, I guess. This was a few years before my grandfather was born. And then family history has taken on this journey for me. I did many years after I originally graduated from BYU, Idaho, and had a professional career in the military. I decided to go back and get some formal learning in genealogy. So I went back to the Brigham Young University, Idaho online program and got an associate's degree in family history research. This then prompted me to take a class from another online class, Professional Genealogy, or ProGen, and I completed that in December of 2022, so only 2 years ago. Then I decided that I was going to pursue a master's degree from the University of Strathclyde. I have yet to do that. It is a 3-year program. I finished the first 2 years before some work stuff kind of got in the way. So I completed the 2-year program, the diploma program in genealogical, paleographic, and heraldic studies. I completed that in September of 2023, so that was last year. And then, and throughout all this time, I've kind of been doing my own family research, and I've found a couple of things that I thought were interesting, and so I pursued those. The first of which was a certificate of Michigan pre-statehood, and this is basically just a little certificate, and they send you a pin saying that your family, that you successfully proved that your family lived in Michigan territory prior to statehood, so prior to 1837. And as you can see, I found Samuel and Maroa Layson living in Lapeer County in 1831. So that was fun. And then that actually kind of led into this next discovery. Asa Farrer was a contributor in the American Revolution. And so I was able to successfully prove that lineage from myself to Asa Farrer, which I believe is Maroa's father or grandfather. I don't remember right off the top of my head. So I was able to successfully prove that, and I am now a member of the National Society of the Sons of the American Revolution. And I am currently working on a lineage proof for the Mayflower Society, which proves that I am a descendant of one of the folks that came across on the Mayflower. So I'm excited about that. I haven't completed that yet, and that'll probably be in a future video. So now, what do I see this channel becoming? Or what do I see this channel as? There are a couple of YouTube channels that I've seen that have this kind of tutorial or raw research, watch me research type of feel to it. Connie Knox at Genealogy TV has just started a new channel, Genealogy TV 2, which she kind of does this, and so this is kind of the inspiration for what I would like to do. And there are a couple others, and I'll list those down in the comments. But that's what I plan to do initially. The first few videos are going to be kind of a cleanup of family search, and yeah, we'll just see what we see. Other things that I would like to do, some book reviews. I've read some books in the course of my formal education that I would like to review and present. I have a library of different genealogy books that I feel are important or noteworthy. So yeah, we'll just take it from there and see where this channel goes. And I would like to say that this is going to be a weekly series. I have released my first video, kind of tutorial research with me video with this intro. Please watch that one. If you like what you see, like, subscribe, all that fun YouTube stuff. Glad to have you on this journey.